At that stage, the next thing I want to train my horse to do is to bring her feet forward and onto the hoofjack. In order to do that, there is a very simple method you can follow that will usually allow you to get your horse's foot on the jack and trim her outside wall right away the first time you do it. 1. Pick your horse's foot and push it forward without even trying to hold it. 2. Pick your horse's foot, bring it forward and hold it for 2 seconds, then let it go. The message I want to send to her is, no matter what I do with your foot, you'll always get it back. So number 3, pick the foot again, bring it forward, and then bring it onto your knee and pretend you were doing some trimming on it. At this stage, the horse might actually try to get her foot back. So if you can, follow your horse and keep holding the foot gently. It will be way easier to work on that having the foot on your knee than on the hoofjack. And when your horse relaxes and stands still, then give the foot back. And on the 4th time you pick the foot and bring it forward, you can usually easily bring the hoof onto the jack and do a little bit of trimming. Here, as you can see, trust has to be both mutual and reciprocal, which means it goes both ways. I want that horse to trust me, but I need to be able to trust her as well. So it takes some trust to have her sniffing me that close when I actually don't know her that well. And there, she's getting pretty comfortable and sniffing my back and even making me feel her teeth. So if she tries to bite, just for the fun of it, or if she was pressing on my back too hard, look how I just get her out of my private space by shaking my body, moving my elbows, or lifting my feet like a horse would do. I would definitely not turn around or look at her aggressively or threaten her or hit her. That would be having a predatory behavior, and that is exactly the opposite of what I want. As we saw in previous videos, one of the first things that I want my horse to know is that I'm not a predator. On top of that, remember that whatever happens, you should always act calmly and confidently and never lose your temper or let yourself go to anger. By doing things calmly and confidently, changing only one thing at a time, it is surprising how fast a horse can learn new things. Imagine for a second that you would try to bring your horse's foot forward right away and try to hold it there for too long. The horse would probably then at some point pull it away because that would be too much for her in one go. And if you let it go, well, you've just taught your horse to pull her feet away from you when you ask them. So we have to be really careful not to teach your horses something we don't want. One last thing about picking your horse's feet. Do you remember I always try to act with horses in a natural way? I learn from horses and I try to interact with them in a way that another horse would act. So most of what I do with horses, especially at the start, is as natural as possible. Well, picking horses' hoofs is not a natural thing to do at all. I've never seen a horse holding another horse by the foot. I usually try to make the horse understand that it is part of some sort of mutual grooming, but somehow it is not. Moreover, whenever a horse feels threatened, her first instinctive reaction will be to move away and to run away. By holding your horse's foot, you are actually preventing your horse from moving, so you are basically depriving her from her natural defense. That is why this very basic thing we do with horses, picking their feet and holding them to clean and trim them, is actually a very hard thing to ask of a horse to start with. It can't and should not be done without respect and trust. Without respect and trust, picking up your horse's feet will be a very hard and even dangerous thing to do. But by starting a relationship with respect, by moving your horse easily, and trust, by having your horse standing still, you can make it a safe and easy activity. Picking up a horse's feet is therefore both the ultimate sign of trust and respect in the relationship and the necessary condition to keep your horse sound, healthy, and happy. I hope all this makes sense and can in some way help you helping your horse. Let me know in the comments below if this is useful to you, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you soon in the next episode of Horses Made Simple. Bye bye.